So today what we're going to be doing is kind of reviewing stuff we've been doing, just looking at all the different shapes we've been finding in the area. So we're just going to kind of practice with that a little bit. So on this first one right here, this is a regular pentagon, okay? And so on this, the formula we're going to use is the apothem times the perimeter divided by 2. Apothem times perimeter divided by 2. So how long is the apothem for this pentagon? Is 5.1 times, what's the perimeter of that regular? Remember, regular means all the sides are the same length. What's the perimeter going to be?
37.
It's going to be 37.5 because it's 7.5 5 times. Okay, and then divided by 2. And what does that give you?
95.62.
Okay, oops, sorry. 95.60, I think it rounds to 3, is it right? Okay, units squared. Okay, so on the next one here, how do we find the area of a circle? Pi squared. So on this one, obviously, it's going to be pi times 14 squared. What is pi times 14 squared? Okay, 615.75 square kilometers. Okay. Next one, how do we find the area of this shape? Very good. So for trapezoid, base 1 plus base 2 in parentheses times the height divided by 2. So on this one, it's going to be 1.3 plus 2.9 in parentheses times 0.9 divided by 2. And what does that give you? Okay, 1.89 square centimeters. All right, next one. How are we going to find the area of this shape? Base times height divided by 2. For triangle, base times height divided by 2. So what am I going to use on this one? 11 times 5.1 divided by 2. Is what? 28.05 square feet. And this one, parallelogram is base times height. So what am I going to use on this one? 6 times 5, which is 30 square meters. Okay, how to find the area of this? Base times height, length times width, however you want to say it. So 18 times 10, 180 square yards. How are we going to find the area of this regular hexagon?
AP divided by 2.
AP divided by 2, yep. So we're going to have 9.5 is the apothem times how long is the perimeter going to be? 66. There's each side is 11. There's 6 of them. Divide that by 2. Okay, you get 313.5 square meters. Okay, on the back, how do we find the area of this shape?
Cut it into 2 triangles. D1
Diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 divided by 2. All right, so how long is this diagonal? 4 times how long is this diagonal? So 4 times 5 divided by 2. So 10 square units. Okay, now what we're going to do is find the area of the shaded part here. Okay, so this is like we did yesterday. So in general, how am I going to find the area of the shaded part? Okay, so I'm going to find the area of this square, right? And then what am I going to do? Okay, good. So I need to find the area of both shapes. I need to find the area of the square and the area of the circle. So let's start off with the area of the square. So how long is each side here? About 4.7, a little bit less, but we'll just go ahead and say 4.7. Let's make sure it is a square. So, yep, same thing, about 4.7, a little bit less. All right, now, so to find the area of a circle, what do I need? There's only one thing I need, the radius. So probably the best way to do this is to measure the diameter and then just cut it in half, because it's going to be really hard to kind of see where the exact middle is if it's not marked. So I'm going to do it like this, and it looks like the diameter is close to 3. I'm just going to go ahead and do that to make it easy. So the radius of that circle is about 1.5. Okay, so how am I going to find the area of the square? Base times height, so I'm going to do 4.7 times 4.7. All right, now if I do 4.7 times 4.7, that would tell me the area of the whole, if the whole thing was shaded, but the whole thing is not shaded. This needs to be taken out of that. So how am I going to find the area of this part that's not shaded? So I'm going to take that off, and how do I find the area of that? 5 times 1.5 squared, okay? And I'm just going to type in that whole thing just like that. I'm going to go 4.7 times 4.7 minus pi times 1.5 squared. And so it tells me the area of the shaded is about 15.02 square centimeters. All right, this next one, we have a triangle and a square. How am I going to find, or what do I need to measure to find the area of this triangle? The base and height, okay? So how long is the base of this triangle? It's nearly exactly 7.5. Okay, what's the height of it? About 4.7. It's like the same thing as that over there, really. All right, let's just go ahead and measure everything while we're at it. So what's the dimensions on this square? Okay, 1.4. Let's make sure it is a square. And sure enough, it's right at 1.4 also. All right, so how am I going to find the area of the overall bigger shape here? Okay, good. 4.7 times 7.5 divided by 2. It's how you find every triangle. Base times height divided by 2. So that's the area of the whole thing, but this would be if the whole thing were shaded in. It's not. I need to take this out. So how do I find the area of this square? 1.4 times 1.4. So this is the area of the triangle, taking out the area of that square. So I'm going to go 4.7 times 7.5 divided by 2 minus 1.4 times 1.4. So about 15.67. Okay, So here's what you're going to be doing. You can see there's 5 of them up on the wall, and then I'm going to have 6, 7, and 8 that I'm just going to lay up on the desks up at the front of the classroom. So what you're going to do is, for each one of those you can see on the wall, you're going to have the overall larger shape. Like on that number 5 over there, you can see the circle kind of looks like a face over there or whatever. So the circle, the big circle, you're going to put the area of that right here, the area of the whole shape. And then inside of that circle over there, you can see, oh, whoops, I'm sorry, I'm talking about the wrong one here. So number 5 right here. So you can see you've got the area of the 2 squares. You can put the area of those 2 squares, the area of the triangle, and the area of that circle here. And so then once you know the area of the bigger shape and then the area of each individual piece, how are you going to find the area of the shaded? Good. So you're just going to take this, the area of the whole thing, and you're just going to subtract, in this case, these 4 off of here to find the area of the shaded. Okay? So that's what you're going to be doing today. Measuring those, of course, measuring in centimeters as we do this. All right? Go ahead and hop up and go for it.